I'm sure most of you already know how the modern banking system works, but here's a quick overview for everyone else. Banks usually loan the money that depositors deposit and hope to earn interest on it to make a profit. Usually, the reserve requirement is set by the central banks. Let's say that it's 10%. That means that whenever banks get $100 in deposits, they are only required to keep $10 in the vault, and they can loan out $90 and charge interest on it. So this is just a very simplified example, but these types of transactions happen millions of times over and over again in an economy, and that's basically how the modern banking system works. For every $100 in deposits, banks are able to create about $1,000 of money in circulation. Now, this system is pretty great. In the past century, a lot of economic growth is in part thanks to this fractional reserve banking. But the only way this system works is if depositors have trust in the bank's ability to keep their money safe. Now, if too many of these loans that banks are giving out become worthless, then that trust starts to erode. This is why the USA enacted strict lending regulations after the 2008 crisis, so banks are careful with who they lend to. Now, as more and more homebuyers are defaulting on their loans, Chinese banks are also at risk of losing the trust of the depositors. Putting limits on the withdrawals definitely does not help with building that trust. If too many people start pulling out their deposits from the banks, then a bank run happens and banks collapse because of it. This is where the big headache lies for the CCP.